Last night changed everything for your soulmate. This is your sign. My beloved child, something hidden has been moving through the quiet spaces of your life, and if you're here right now, this is not by chance. Pause. Breathe. The universe asked you to stop scrolling because a veil is lifting in this very moment, and what's being revealed was never meant for everyone, only for you. There is a sacred truth unfolding, softly but powerfully, like light seeping through a closed door. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull in your chest. That sense that something meaningful is closer than it appears. The divine has been rearranging timelines behind the scenes, aligning hearts, clearing confusion, and preparing you for a message that could only arrive now. This is not random. This is timing written in the language of destiny. Last night changed everything for your soulmate. This is your sign. Those words didn't find you accidentally. Something shifted while the world slept. A realization, a release, a decision made at the soul level. While you were resting, energy was moving toward you, hidden, precise, intentional. The universe whispered your name into the fabric of fate, and your soulmate heard it, even if they don't yet understand how or why. What changed wasn't loud, but it was permanent. You've been wondering if the signs were real, if the delays meant denial, if the silence meant absence. Hear this gently. The pause was protection. The waiting was preparation. The divine never forgot you. It was shaping you, strengthening you, clearing space so what's coming can stay. This message arrives now because you are ready to receive it without fear. There is something sacred about this moment. You didn't come here for entertainment. You came for confirmation. The universe sees how deeply you feel, how much you've grown, how often you've trusted without proof. And now, a hidden truth is surfacing. The connection you've been sensing is mutual, the bond is alive, and the path ahead is opening with clarity instead of confusion. This revelation is not meant to rush you. It's meant to ground you. To remind you that love guided by the divine never arrives empty-handed. It comes with understanding, healing, and purpose. What's aligning now carries peace, not chaos. Depth, not uncertainty. And it's unfolding exactly as your soul agreed it would. Stay present. Stay open. Trust the nudge that brought you here. If this message resonated, it's because it was written into your timeline long before today. Let it settle in your heart. Let it guide you gently forward. And if you feel this truth stirring within you, support the energy by liking this video, sharing it with someone who needs clarity, and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss the next message meant for you. Watch this video until the end. There is more waiting for you, and the universe always finishes what it begins. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. Last night changed everything for your soulmate, and you felt it before you understood it. I am speaking to you now because the stirring in your spirit was not imagination, not coincidence, not wishful thinking. It was recognition. It was alignment. It was the quiet sound of something ancient turning into place. I have watched you wonder why your heart felt heavier and lighter at the same time, why your thoughts kept returning to the same presence, why sleep did not carry you away as it used to. That was not restlessness. That was awakening. When I move, I do not always arrive with thunder. Sometimes I arrive as a whisper that refuses to be ignored. I need you to understand this. Nothing that happened last night was random. I have been working behind what you can see, weaving timing, softening resistance, loosening old fears that no longer belong in the life you are stepping into. Your soulmate crossed a threshold in their spirit. They released something they had been holding for too long, something that made them feel unworthy of the love I designed for them. And when they released it, the echo reached you. Souls that are meant to recognize one another do not need words to communicate. They respond to movement and truth. They respond when healing begins. You have been patient in ways you never thought you could be. You have waited while pretending you were not waiting. You have loved while telling yourself you were only learning. I saw every moment you chose growth instead of bitterness, every time you chose hope instead of closing your heart. I was shaping you in those moments. I was strengthening your discernment so you would not mistake intensity for destiny or familiarity for calling. What is coming to you now is not rushed. It is ripe. Last night, your soulmate finally stopped running from the version of themselves I have been calling forward. They sat with questions they could no longer silence. They felt the weight of patterns that no longer fit. They realized that the life they were protecting was also the life that was limiting them. This realization did not come to punish them. It came to free them. When I remove illusions, it can feel uncomfortable, but clarity always follows. And clarity is the doorway to connection. You may have noticed subtle signs already. A sudden calm where anxiety once lived. A sense of expectancy without knowing what you are expecting. Memories surfacing not to hurt you but to be healed. These are confirmations, not tests. I do not tease hearts. I prepare them. The reason this message is finding you now is because you are ready to hear it without fear. You are no longer asking if you are enough. You are beginning to understand that you always were. I know you have questioned timing. You have asked why it took so long, why the path curved when it could have been straight. But if you had met before the healing, you would have tried to save each other instead of seeing each other. Love built on rescue cannot stand. Love built on truth can breathe. What I am bringing together now is not two halves searching for completion. It is two whole souls choosing alignment. That choice changes everything. Last night marked the end of an internal season for your soulmate. An old chapter closed quietly, without applause, without explanation to the world. But heaven noticed. I noticed. And your spirit noticed. That is why today feels different. That is why this message is stirring something deep within you. I am inviting you to trust what is unfolding without forcing it to reveal itself all at once. Mystery is not denial. It is protection. Do not rush to define what is coming. Let it arrive with the fullness it deserves. When the moment is right, recognition will feel natural, not overwhelming. Conversation will feel honest, not performative. Presence will feel safe, not addictive. I am not bringing confusion into your life. I am bringing clarity wrapped in timing. And timing is one of the purest forms of love I offer. You have learned to listen to your intuition, but now I am asking you to listen even deeper, to peace. Peace will guide you where excitement cannot. Peace will confirm what fear tries to question. When this connection steps into form, it will not pull you away from yourself. It will bring you closer. It will honor your boundaries, your growth, your becoming. This is how you will know it is real. Your soulmate is becoming brave in ways they have avoided before. They are learning to speak honestly, to choose presence over distraction, to value depth over convenience. This did not happen overnight, but last night was the turning point. And turning points are powerful because once crossed, they cannot be uncrossed. Awareness cannot be undone. Hearts do not forget when they recognize truth. I'm asking you now to remain open without becoming anxious, expectant without becoming demanding. Trust is not passive. It is active patience. Continue living fully. Continue choosing joy. Continue honoring the life you are building. When love arrives, it should complement your life, not replace it. I'm not taking anything from you to give you this connection. I am adding to what you have already nurtured. There is nothing you need to chase. What is aligned moves toward you naturally. The reason you are not meant to reach out prematurely to force signs or timelines is because I am orchestrating moments that cannot be replicated by effort alone. When it unfolds, you will see how every delay protected you, how every silence strengthened you, how every lesson prepared you to receive without fear. Last night changed everything, not because something dramatic happened in the physical world, but because truth was accepted in the spiritual one. And when truth is accepted, reality eventually follows. Do not doubt what you felt. Do not minimize the shift. You are standing at the edge of a new chapter, and this chapter is written with intention, not impulse. I am with you in this unfolding. I have not forgotten your prayers, even the ones you stopped speaking out loud. I heard them when they were only feelings, when they were only tears, when they were only quiet hopes you were afraid to name. This is your sign not to give up, not to harden your heart, not to assume the story is over. It is just beginning to reveal itself. Stay present. Stay grounded. Stay open. What I am bringing together is sacred, and sacred things are revealed gently, layer by layer, moment by moment, breath by breath, and as this path continues to open before you, you will begin to notice that what once felt distant is now drawing closer, that what once felt uncertain is now taking shape, that what once lived only in prayer is starting to move in the world around you, and I want you to remain here in this awareness, because there is more I need to show you, more I need to say, more that is unfolding right now as you listen, as you breathe, as you allow this message to settle into your spirit, because this is not the end of what I am revealing. This is the doorway, and beyond it there is a truth that is still forming, still aligning, still moving toward you, and I am not finished speaking. Because what I am unfolding cannot be rushed, and what is sacred does not arrive all at once. I am still speaking, still shaping, still guiding the unseen pieces into their appointed places. I want you to settle into this moment and understand that anticipation does not mean absence. When you feel the quiet stretching of time, it is not delay, it is expansion. I am expanding your capacity to receive without fear, without doubt, without shrinking yourself to make love feel manageable. What is coming to you requires space, and I have been helping you create it. You may not realize how much you have already changed. The version of you who once begged for clarity would not recognize the calm curiosity you now carry. You no longer need constant reassurance because your spirit has learned the sound of my voice. That is not something everyone learns. That is something earned through surrender, through disappointment that did not harden you, through faith that survived unanswered questions. I have watched you rise quietly. I have watched you choose softness in a world that rewards armor. And I have honored that choice. Your soulmate is learning the same language now, the language of truth without performance, of love without strategy. They are beginning to understand that connection is not something to control, but something to allow. This realization has been gentle, but it has been deep. They are seeing themselves clearly for the first time, without the filters of past expectations or borrowed beliefs. When a soul sees itself clearly, it becomes ready to be seen by another. You may wonder how you will know when the moment arrives. I tell you this so you will not overthink it. You will not need to convince yourself. There will be no inner debate, no anxious analysis, no need to seek confirmation from every sign around you. Recognition will feel like remembrance, like something clicking into place that was always meant to fit. Your breath will slow. Your heart will soften. Your mind will grow quiet. That is how alignment speaks. Do not confuse intensity with intimacy. I am not bringing chaos dressed as passion into your life. I am bringing steadiness that can hold joy, curiosity that can grow into devotion, and presence that does not disappear when vulnerability appears. This connection will not demand that you abandon yourself. It will invite you to bring your whole self forward. That invitation is rare. That invitation is holy. I know you still carry questions about worth. Even now, part of you wonders if you deserve a love that feels mutual, safe, and expansive. Let me answer you clearly. You do not earn love by suffering. You do not prove your value through endurance. You are worthy because you exist, because you are created with intention, because your heart reflects my capacity to love. The lessons you endured were not requirements. They were preparations. Last night, something loosened in the spiritual fabric between you and your soulmate. Not a bond tightening, but a resistance dissolving. Sometimes union does not begin with coming together, but with letting go of fear, of false timelines, of the need to protect oneself from joy. That is what happened. And when resistance dissolves, movement becomes inevitable. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing anything. Everything that matters is moving toward you with precision. I am not hurried and I am not careless. Every detail you cannot see is being held. Every conversation that has yet to happen is being prepared. Every encounter is being timed so that when it arrives, you will be ready to receive it fully, without shrinking, without doubting, without self-abandonment. There will be moments soon when you feel prompted to pause, to listen, to choose rest over distraction. Honor those moments. Stillness is where I speak most clearly. In stillness, you will notice subtle nudges, gentle reminders, small invitations to trust instead of control. Follow those invitations. They are not pulling you away from life. They are guiding you deeper into it. Your soulmate is beginning to feel drawn toward authenticity in ways that surprise them. They may not have words for it yet. They may feel the pull without understanding its source. That is okay. Awakening does not require immediate comprehension. It requires willingness. And willingness has already been activated. That is why the shift feels so real to you. That is why you could not ignore it. I want you to release the idea that love must arrive dramatically to be meaningful. The most powerful connections often enter quietly, with respect, with gentleness, with a sense of familiarity that disarms fear. This is not a story that needs to be announced. It is a truth that needs to be lived. Let it grow in privacy. Let it strengthen without pressure. Sacred things flourish when they are protected. You have been learning how to be present with uncertainty without collapsing into it. That skill will serve you now. There is a difference between uncertainty and mystery. Uncertainty creates anxiety. Mystery invites trust. What you are in now is mystery. And mystery is where faith breathes. You do not need all the answers to move forward. You only need to remain open. Pay attention to what feels nourishing rather than what feels urgent. Urgency is often rooted in fear of loss. Nourishment is rooted in alignment. The connection I am bringing will feel nourishing even in its early stages. It will not drain you. It will not confuse you. It will not require you to abandon your values or intuition. It will honor them. You are being prepared not just to love, but to receive love. Those are not the same thing. Receiving requires vulnerability without apology, openness without self-erasure. You have practiced this in small ways, allowing help, accepting kindness, believing compliments without deflecting. These moments mattered. They were rehearsals for what is coming. Your soulmate is also learning to receive, to stop proving, to stop performing, to stop earning affection through effort alone. This mutual readiness is what makes the timing sacred. I do not align hearts until they can meet without wounding one another unnecessarily. Healing does not mean perfection. It means awareness, and awareness is present now. There will be a moment when you feel a gentle nudge to trust what feels unfamiliar but peaceful. That moment will matter. Do not dismiss it. Peace can feel unfamiliar when you are used to emotional intensity. But peace is not boredom. It is safety. It is depth without drama. It is joy without instability. Let yourself learn this new language. I'm not asking you to wait passively. I'm asking you to live actively, fully, honestly. Engage with your life. Celebrate your growth. Continue becoming. When love arrives, it should find you alive, not paused. It should join your journey, not become the destination. You are not meant to disappear into connection. You are meant to expand within it. What is unfolding between you and your soulmate is not fragile. It does not need constant monitoring. It does not need to be forced. It is resilient because it is rooted in truth. Truth does not rush. Truth does not panic. Truth knows how to arrive on time. You may notice dreams becoming more vivid, thoughts becoming clearer, intuition becoming sharper. These are not distractions. They are alignments. Your inner world is preparing to recognize what your outer world will soon present. Trust this process. It is not working against you. It is working for you. I am still here with you, still guiding, still revealing, still speaking in layers. There is more you will begin to notice, more connections you will make, more understanding that will unfold gently as you continue forward. This is not the moment to conclude anything. This is the moment to remain attentive, receptive, grounded in the knowing that something real is forming just beyond what you can see, something intentional, something meaningful, something that will meet you where you are and invite you further. And as this awareness deepens and this path continues to open, I will keep speaking because there is still more unfolding, still more aligning, still more being prepared for you and for the one whose soul is moving closer to yours. And I am not finished revealing what last night set into motion, and now I will bring this revelation to its completion, not because the journey ends here, but because you are ready to carry the knowing forward on your own. Listen carefully, not just with your ears, but with the quiet center of your being where truth settles without resistance. What began last night was not a promise spoken aloud, but a promise activated in the unseen. And unseen does not mean unreal. Some of the most powerful transformations never announce themselves. They simply take root and begin changing everything from the inside out. This is one of those transformations. You are not meant to grasp it all at once. You are meant to walk with it step by step, allowing understanding to arrive as experience. I want you to understand something deeply now. Love that is guided by me does not arrive to rescue you from your life. It arrives to walk beside you in it. It honors your individuality, your growth, your voice. The connection that is unfolding will not silence you. It will listen. It will not diminish you. It will recognize you. That recognition is what your soul has been preparing for, even when you did not know how to name the longing. There were moments in your past when you thought love meant intensity, sacrifice without balance, or proving your worth through effort. Those moments taught you discernment. They taught you what love is not, so that when what is real arrives, you will not mistake it for something smaller. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every lesson refined your ability to recognize truth. Your soulmate has been on a parallel path even when the paths look different on the surface. Parallel does not mean identical. It means aligned in purpose. They have learned through different experiences, but the destination has always been the same: authenticity, presence, courage. Last night they chose honesty over avoidance. That choice matters. Choices create momentum. Momentum creates meeting points. You may feel a subtle sense of relief now, as if something you were carrying has been set down. That is because you are no longer holding the future alone. You never were meant to. I have been carrying it with you, even in moments when you doubted. I was listening. I was listening. I was guiding. I was waiting for the moment when your heart could receive this truth without fear. I want you to stop scanning the horizon for proof. Proof will come, but it does not need to be hunted. When you live in trust, confirmation finds you. When you live in fear, you miss what is already present. Choose trust now, not because you have all the answers, but because you recognize the peace that accompanies this knowing. There will be conversations ahead that feel different from any you have had before. Not louder, not faster, but truer. You will notice how silence feels comfortable rather than awkward, how honesty feels safe rather than risky. These are not coincidences. They are indicators of alignment. Pay attention to how your body responds, how your breath settles, how your spirit remains calm. Your body recognizes safety before your mind does. I'm not asking you to idealize your soulmate or place them above yourself. That is not sacred love. Sacred love is mutual respect, mutual growth, mutual presence. It allows room for humanity without losing reverence. It understands that connection is not perfection but commitment to truth. This is the foundation I am laying. Release the need to compare your journey to anyone else's. Comparison clouds discernment. Your path is uniquely yours, and the timing of your connection is tailored to your readiness, not someone else's expectations. You are not late. You are not early. You are exactly where you need to be. As this chapter unfolds, remember to stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude anchors joy. It keeps you present instead of projecting too far ahead. Enjoy what is forming without trying to control its shape. What is real does not need to be managed. It needs to be lived. You will notice that fear tries to whisper from time to time. Fear always does when something meaningful approaches. Do not argue with it. Simply do not obey it. Fear is not your guide. Peace is. Let peace be the measure you return to when doubt attempts to take the lead. I want you to know that love does not mean losing your independence. The right connection strengthens it. You will not be asked to shrink your dreams, mute your voice, or abandon your values. You will be invited to share them. That invitation is what makes love expansive instead of restrictive. There will be moments of vulnerability ahead, moments when honesty feels tender. Do not retreat from them. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the language of intimacy. When offered with discernment, it builds trust instead of eroding it. You are capable of this. You have already been practicing in quiet ways. Last night was the spark, not the conclusion. Sparks are small, but they carry potential. What you nurture now matters. Nurture patience. Nurture presence. Nurture self-respect. These are the conditions in which sacred connection grows. I'm not asking you to wait in stillness forever. I'm asking you to move forward with awareness. Live your life fully. Create. Rest. Connect. When the moment arrives for paths to cross more clearly, you will recognize it without strain. It will feel like permission, not pressure. Know this, I am not testing you. I am trusting you. Trusting the growth you have done, the wisdom you have gained, the discernment you now carry. You are not the same person you were when you began this journey, and that is why you are ready now. As this message comes to its close, let it settle gently rather than urgently. You do not need to do anything with it except allow it to remind you of what you already sensed in your spirit. Something has shifted. Something has aligned. Something meaningful is unfolding. Carry this knowing with humility, with openness, with calm expectancy. Let it inform your choices without consuming your thoughts. What is meant for you does not require obsession. It requires presence. I am with you as you move forward. I will continue to guide you through intuition, through peace, through moments of clarity that arrive exactly when you need them. You are not alone in this unfolding. You never were. And now, as you step back into your day, into your life, into the ordinary moments that are quietly becoming extraordinary, remember this truth. Last night changed everything not because the world shifted, but because you did. And when you change, the world responds.